Oh, hello. Hi. It's been a long time since I seen ya. How you been? Where you been? What you been up to? Yes, my hair is way shorter. Sometimes you just have to lock in transformation in the physical with some sort of change. And so I chopped. Okay. Shall we tune in today and see what comes up for us? Yes! Mm-hmm. Beautiful. La 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 la. Yes. Okay. Okay, let's see what Spirit has for us today to talk about, to consider, to marinate upon, to release. What does Spirit want us to release? You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. I release any and all energy that is not aligned with my greatest and my highest. And I let it go, right? Hold on, I gotta get my thing. My pocket. This is what it looks like. Pocket. Okay, check, microphone check. Just kidding. It works. Okay, so release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. This is the thing. We're like, I'm carrying this around and I don't know what to do with it. Give it to the universe, but with intention, right? Release, bless with gratitude. Hoponopono it, right? Thank you. I'm sorry. I forgive you. And I love you. Okay. Hoponopono it. It's a good way to release. We've got reflectiveness. Reflecting upon the times when the things that you were about to release were relevant and helpful and magical, but now they have served their purpose and it's time to let it go, right? We can reflect upon the things, even what they served, what they brought, what they helped. Okay. I'm having my tea with you today because I haven't had one yet. And it was like, do a reading or have tea. And why not both? Right? Why not both? Okay. Also, I'm taking a break from coffee. So my whole how I drink things is different. You know what I'm saying? Just taking a break. Just taking a break. Okay. Actuarians want us to be connected. Okay, this is the card. Connected. And it is about trusting and connecting within. Let's look what it says in the book. I forget. Connected reminds you to open up, and the energy of connected helps you to connect your heart with your higher self. Listen to this inner wisdom, okay? The only one who can influence you sincerely is you. This is part of your reflectiveness and release, right? When you are reflecting, whether you're reflecting on something gorgeous or not so gorgeous, let it go, right? After you have done its thing, after it has done its thing. Okay. Oh, okay. This message brought to you by this oil that I found. Okay. It is Stardust Oils. Celestialsphere.ca. Okay. I recommend. Not because they're sponsoring me, but because I'm obsessed with this oil. Okay. It's rose and gardenia? No, what is it? Rosewood. Geranium. Smells delicious. Okay. Let's get a rune. I got it at a little shop on Hornby Island. Look it up. It's just a teeny tiny island that takes, I don't know, 10 minutes or 15 minutes to drive across. Full of beautiful, magical forests and beaches. Oh. And you have to cross another island to get to it. Okay. Rune for this reading today. What do we got? What's that? It is Kinaz. An illuminating torch. Clarity, messages from the divine and your higher self, your wisdom. This tracks with connected here. This is about your connection to your higher self, which is, relevante. Okay, what does it say? Kinas. Yeah. Enlightenment, creativity, skill, offspring, and learning. Kinaz has the hot, bright energy of fire and the illuminating torch. It represents the search for truth and knowledge and a burning creative drive. In a reading, Kinaz speaks of artistic and technical ability and honing your craft. Lighting your way through the dark, it encourages you to be a self-starter and to take initiative guided by curiosity and intelligence. And this is part of your connection and release. You're releasing the ideas that you need to know everything in order to be something, right? We are in a constant state of expansion, and therefore we are in a constant state of evolution, and therefore we are in a constant state of learning, right? But also learning and release. Learning and release. Release is such a huge part of the process, just like death and rebirth, right? Yesterday's reading is funny because right from the get-go, and it's probably because, I have some memory of the reading. And so I have, when I'm watching it, it is for the first time, but it's, from a different perspective. Anyways, it was so blaringly obvious to me that this transformation, because we had so many iterations of this, like, death and release of the old, a breakdown, a shakedown, a teardown of the old for the new to be born, right? And I kept thinking the egg is a perfect example of that. It is a gorgeous shape, right? It's almost perfection. And it has to be broken in order to release the new life within it, right? And this is an example of the fractal nature of life, where we have examples of all the things on all the levels. And so the egg, you're the egg, okay? The version of you that is time to release. And the new version of you, which is inside the egg, wants to be born, right? Okay. Okay, yes. Wants to be born. Okay. Oh, she's so cute. Mims. Hi. She's all curled up over there. But she did try to come up here a couple times. She jumped up and then really quickly curled up. She's like, I'll just pee in this little corner over here. You won't even know I'm here. It's like, yeah, we will. She pulls focus. She pulls focus and she's just over there. So cute. I can't really see her with my glasses. She's too far for my glasses. Okay. Okay, let's see what comes up for us in the tarot. Who is coming out first? Oh, two people. We got your destiny and your truth and your balance and your gorgeousness. Okay, this is how you reflect, this is how you connect, and this is part of what you are meant to do here, is to reflect and connect. It is your destiny too. It is part of your truth. It is also something that you choose for yourself to do, right? We need to remove ourselves consciously from the hubbub and noise of the city and ground, center, tap in, connect, and balance all of the areas, right? The physical, the emotional, the mental, the astral, and the spiritual. Now, I've been calling it the astral because it's like your dream space, your sleep space, your unconscious time space, and then the spirit realm. All of the rest of it, right? Okay. It's the King of Swords. Okay, beautiful. Especially coming out after this, right? Once you're balanced, once you're stable, once you're sturdy, once you've claimed your truth and your destiny, you level up into kingship. Okay, taking decisive action, discernment, clear, precision. I want to say tactical. Tactical. Is that a word? Tactical? Strategic. Precision, right? I think about the sword and how it is precise, but it also can be bloody. It just depends on what aspect is wielding, right? And this is the two sides of all the things. Reflectiveness is being reflected by the Four of Cups. Okay, this ability to go in. Look, we got double fours. I'm telling you, the fours are just like, it's spirit. It's spirit being like, we're here, we're here, we're here. Do you remember Horton Hears a Hoop? We all had to join their voices together to be heard. Okay. So, double fours on reflectiveness and balance. This is part of your stability, part of what you've learned. Fosters and makes fertile the field to connect, to receive. And we've got, I don't know where I was going with that. The Three of Cups. Okay, celebration, collaboration, gorgeous. Yes, gorgeous, yes. Being celebrated for your authentic showing up and expressing, speaking your truth for your truth, right? Celebrating your truth, your destiny, your gorgeousness. The other thing about this oil is it's no perfume. It's all natural. And so it doesn't last all day. And then you just put some more on. You get lots. It's got a roll applicator. And it just smells so good. I don't know what it is. Well, I do love the smell of rose, so that's got to be one of the things. Okay. This message brought to you by... We've got a countdown happening. Okay. We got a 4, and then a 3, and now a 2. And it's the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. This is the shift of things, the resorting, the readjusting, the things on their way out as the things are on their way in, balancing, juggling. We want to just put our focus on one thing, not have it split, right? Then we've got a page coming out, also of swords. So something about stepping forward, confidently speaking your truth, because we've got all this truth speaking happening here. And I think this is how you move forward once you have reflected, once you have connected and reflected and considered, right? Because this is what's happening over here. We've got all this connecting in and reflecting, and then how we integrate what we took from that time into the old way and the new way, and what and how we fuel what, right? Taking this time, okay, wait, is this something that I used to do? Is this something that supports who and where I want to be? Right? This is part of your reflectiveness. And then releasing that old way. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to tweak that a bit. And that's going to bring us a little bit more over to where I want to be. And then we can start to let go of those things that no longer, right? And then we start to build momentum and take steps, more confident steps forward into the unknown, communicating as you go, right? choose the one. Okay, it's an ace and it's a pentacle. It is the manifestations arriving. It is the opportunities and physical, tangible, material world receiving in all its gorgeous manifestations, right? Whether it is whatever it is. How did these guys get down here? Okay. Beautiful, beautiful manifestations. This is why it's really important to make a big deal and acknowledge when you receive a manifestation, or no matter how small it is, right? This is why the gratitude momentum is real. You start making big deals out of your abundance and the gorgeous things and those moments that work out for you, and you start getting more and you start getting more, and then pretty soon it's just like, what? Pretty soon you're just like, what? I'm a freaking queen of wands. I am a beer of gorgeousness, balanced and tapped in, creating portals of sunshine, connected intuitively, and dropping seeds wherever I go. Right? Seeds for you, seeds for you. Everybody gets seeds, right? Okay. So yeah, the release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe and transform them into, oh, it's like exchange. And this is one of the laws of the universe, right? So the idea of sacrifice, to sacrifice one thing for another, you sacrifice the integrity of the shell, the form and perfection of the egg for the life within it. And you can't have one without the other. You can't have the life within without breaking that egg, right? That perfect form. So change how you view the things you let go of, right? That came up a little bit in yesterday's reading, where it was like, instead of, I'm losing this thing that I had, right? And instead you're releasing the thing that served you but doesn't anymore and could potentially serve another in a gorgeous way that they couldn't have if it's sitting collecting dust, not being loved over there, right? Okay, so we got some ones that are down and some ones that are up. Okay, this one over here, which was up, is the sun. Okay, and I feel like this is part of your radiance and your gorgeousness. When you get to a place of receiving, I actually feel like you're over on this side because this is your destiny. You open yourself up to receiving when you connect, right? And balance yourself. And then it is your destiny to take that truth, take what you learned, discovered, saw, connected with, during this period and moving forward with that gorgeously, successfully. Right? Okay. The other one that's flipped is the Magician. Okay. The wielder of all the elements, the alchemizer of anything, of everything. The alchemizer of everything will transform things to serve. Yes. We've got justice on your plethora. Okay, so it is divine justice that you be abundant. Okay, and this is reminding me today. I saw an apple tree that looked like this. It was overflowing, and all on the ground was also full of apples. And yeah, the branches were full of apples. They were just super heavy. It was quite weighty. It was quite weighty, and it did kind of, the whole tree kind of fell over from the amount of abundance, right? And this is the thing with balance and taking the necessary time to ensure that your roots are grounded and strong so that when the fruit arrives, it doesn't topple your tree, right? So this is what we're learning. This is part of what we're reflecting upon, is this period, this necessary period of the rooting, of the grounding that we've been doing, right? And why? That's why. Okay, I had a real life example showing me why. Okay, so this one looks like it's your rebirth. Okay, and yeah, the shell, right? The egg. This is the skull and the egg. And the skull it's the death of the old. The time of this is over. And now it's time for the egg to crack open, and it's got liquid sunshine in the front, or in it, right? It wants to shine. Okay. We got the Hermit. And this is the things that you learn. Let me see, what's this one? Oh, it's the Lovers. Because I wanted to switch these. Yeah, I think it still works. Because over here in your hermiting, that's where you're connecting and balancing and reflecting, right? And figuring out what you want to keep and what you want to release as you evolve. And because we've got the collaboration, the sword of truth, and your confidence and your becoming on this side, the Lovers feels right over here, because I feel like it is the drawing in reflections, like soul tribe, soul familia, soul family, your peeps, your heart resonant people. Okay, we've got the wheel turning in your favor. Okay, and this is on your destiny. So another confirmation of it is your destiny, right? To speak your truth, to wield your sword of love, right? And just like, I think we said something about that, or I thought it, what was it? Well, it's the double-edged sword, right? It can be used to serve and protect, or it can be used to destroy, right? It can be used to knight you to acknowledge your achievements, or it can be used to cut your freaking head off, right? And both are necessary and important to know and to discern. This is why we've got the King of Swords here. Your ability to discern how you use your sword, right? Compassionately. But instead of cutting people's heads off, you're just severing ties with any and all energy that is not aligned, serving, and gorgeous like you. Okay? And then we got love. Okay? And I love the love over here because part of your balancing, stabilizing, connecting, reflecting, and process of release and conscious curation of self, part of this was learning how to love, right? To love self, which then in turn opens up your capacity to love others because you are loving your reflection in them. Okay, and it's near the receiving. So it was also an important part of the process, learning how to receive, not just, receive physical, tangible manifestations. And love is one of those things that you are now able to recognize, receive, and hold. Right? Okay, the last one on the King of Swords is the Devil. Okay. Now, I want to say, well, the first thing I wanted to say was Capricorn, which, and the devil in the details, okay? And that was something we were talking about with the king when he first arrived. There was something about precision and strategicness and our strategy, right? And precision. So, devil in the details. Be mindful that you don't get too caught up. It is about balance, right? Just like a painter can get so hyper fixated on the tiny, tiny little details. But in order to create a beautiful piece of artwork, it's important for the artist to also step back and see it from a different perspective, right? So again, with your balance, also adversaries, the things that come up against you, right? Try to challenge your position or your heart. And this is about standing firm, right? Wielding your sword confidently and being able to discern what needs to be released and what needs to be honored, protected. Okay. Because that's the thing, when you're in a position of royalty, there are going to be those who are looking at you with disdain, with judgment, with jealousy, with envy, with all of the things. And you have to be able to detach their energy from you so that you don't take it in and start to second guess who you are. This is about your solid connecting with self, with your higher self and your heart, your spirit team, all of the things, right? So stable that nothing can shake you from it. Okay. Okay. Let's let's get a fairy card. Okay. Okay. We got one. It's the singer of the chalice. Ooh. A number 12. Yeah, crazy. We got 2 4s, a 2, an ace, 2 aces. 2 aces and 2 4s. A page, a 3, and a 2. In case you wanted to know. There is the chalice. The singer of the chalice. Okay. A number 12, which is a number 3, right? And we also got reflectiveness is a 23, which is a 2 and a 3, which is a 5. So we got 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. See what I'm saying? And I just opened up on 2, okay, which is ecstasis, ecstasy, joy, rapture, and motivation. Okay, where are we? The singer of chalice, trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. This singer holds the chalice from which a rainbow of energies pours like the richest wine. Trust, love, and patience, these are things we think of having or not having. We even give ourselves credit for having them as if we made them ourselves. And yet they are natural energies of the cosmos which flow through the chalice and through us when we are open to them, and flow around us when we are blocking them. People often think that love and hate are two sides of the same emotional coin, but it isn't quite true. Love is not simply the absence of hate, nor is hate the absence of love. They are altogether different things, as can easily be seen. When we are angry, it wears us out and leaves us feeling like less than we were. But when we love, it energizes us and we feel larger and richer than we were before that burst of love began flowing through us. This is because anger comes from within, burning from our own substance, while love is an energy that flows through us, enlightening and expanding us. This is part of the being connected, right? You're tapping in to the universal source of love, right? Okay. The other energies from this chalice are also like that. Patience, for example, is not merely the absence of impatience. It is a joyful, loving willingness to wait for a process to bring us to where we want to be. It contains trust and love and a special quality of expectant gratitude within it. The same is true of trust. In fact, all of these wonderful feelings are energies that flow through us when we are open to them. They each feel much like the others. And right now, just at this moment, as I write this to you, I'm being given a glimpse of something wonderful. They really are all one thing. Something we don't have a word for. We need a word that includes trust and love and compassion and healing and patience and all of the other feelings that enhance and enlighten our being when we allow them to flow through us. I know the word. Gorgeous. Okay. I ask the fairies here if there is a fairy name for this rainbow blissful feeling. They nod, smiling, and shrug. I get an unspoken feeling that if you have the feeling, you don't need to name it. And anyone who hasn't got that feeling isn't going to understand a word for it. Perfect. It's just one of those things, like the mystical experience of ecstasis. What? Ding, 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 word of the day, right? Okay. That we can talk about without understanding, or we can understand and not really explain to someone who hasn't already got it. So the fairies nod. Get it? I'd never seen this before, but now, just this moment, it is suddenly obvious to me, as the fairies show me that this means that we don't have to learn how to open ourselves to each of them individually. When we open our hearts and souls to unity, which is card number 1, the energy can be focused through so many different lenses of feeling, like white light making rainbows through a prism. Beautiful. I'm getting big time 10 of Cups vibes, right? Like that's what the 10 of Cups looks like. Okay. Where are we? If we can learn to be open to any of these singers, then we can be open to them all if we just remember to. All, I say all, knowing that it is a mighty big all. We have to do it first. Stop doing the things that close us down. Let go of the attitudes, beliefs, and emotions that block this energy. Second, we need to actively invite these energies to flow through us. All that takes is asking. The thing is, the energy is already there. Our asking merely tells our own higher self and the singers that we, on this conscious level, are ready to accept it. It's like opening your arms to hug someone or opening a door to let them in. Although the taste of the contents of this chalice may seem bitter or strange at first, it always leaves a sweet, clean, sparkling taste in the mouth. Beautiful. And didn't we talk about that conscious speaking, that asking for help? Oh, that was in yesterday's reading because we had the guardian angel coming out. Oh no, with release. Yeah. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. All you have to do is speak it, right? You are. Who was that? I think it was a crow. You are making things conscious. Oh, it was a stellar jay. I can hear them. Beautiful, big bastards. That's what I call them. Big, blue, beautiful bastards. Because they eat hummingbirds, okay? And eggs and all that kind of stuff. Okay. But they're beautiful. I mean, it's an appropriate name. Okay. Where are we? With the help of the singer of the chalice and of the fairies, you too can get this one feeling that is all the good feelings in one. Unconditional love, trust, hope, healing, patience, and so on. Open is open. Be open. If you don't know how, ask. It's right there. I ask for guidance and assistance in releasing all energies that are not aligned with my greatest and highest good. I release them to the universe. I ask my spirit team to detach them from me. Whatever you got to do, right? Find your words, make it true for you, because this is about speaking your truth, right? And something about the power of your words. I'm being reminded of the dream that I had with Mother Mary. and it was creepy and it was gross, not with Mother Mary. I was in my bed, and there was my dresser was pushed right up to my bed, and there was something behind it. So I had like these reachy arms, like black shadows, trying to get at me. And I was like, when you kind of push your feet away from the bottom of the bed, where you're like, oh, right? Because something was trying to reach up and grab me. Anyways, I said Mother Mary, but when I first said it, it was kind of like Mother Mary, right? And then again, and the second time was like Mother Mary, like it wasn't fully right. And then the third time I said it like it came from my heart. And I said, Mother Mary. And sorry, I got baby dears. Oh, he's licking, he's cleaning his tail. Cuties. Cuties. Okay, sorry. Yeah, and as soon as I spoke it hard, I mean, it did wake me up, but just before, well, no, it woke me up, and my room was normal and everything was good. And I was like, oh, and I knew in that moment that how powerful my voice was. Like I needed to say it, speak it loud and clear for it to have the power. But then, I wasn't scared. I wasn't, Mama's there. Aww, cute. um, yeah, I felt like a calm peace, right? When you have like really creepy dreams and you wake up and you're a little bit like, right? There was none of that. I felt like, oh, okay. And I just went back to sleep. But power of your voice, I don't know how we got there. We went too many places. And so let's get an animal oracle to close us out here. Because all of a sudden we're at 47 minutes. I don't know how it happened. Oh, we got the peacock. Okay. And this is kind of gorgeous because I was get a little bit of peacock energy from the Queen of Wands here. Let's put the peacock over here. Okay, peacock, what you got for us? Air and gorgeousness. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. Like the magician. Sorry. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. This is the magician way, right? The alchemy, alchemizing all that comes to you to serve. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. Exactly. This is why you turn into Queen of Wands to share the experience, to help guide others to step into their royalty, right? When in balance, confident and kind, When out of balance, can't digest situations. To bring into balance, meditation on the navel. Okay, so we've got the connected, full circle, getting back to this space, tapping in, connected, reflected, releasing, and moving forward confidently in your truth. Gorgeously. And embodying your gorgeousness, right? All of the things. Okay? Is that what we have? Is that what we have? Ask for message from the angels. Okay. In the maze of life, call for God. He will guide you. When you don't know which way to go, tap in, tune in, turn on, connect, and trust your inner guidance, right? Yes! Yes, right! Okay. Okay. That was rapid fire! Okay, what do we got? Self-respect. By acknowledging that everyone is born with the same unit of worth, I can honor myself deservedly. Yes, we are not trying to be better than everyone. We are trying to be better than a version of self that we were, because we are evolving, learning, and growing. So respect yourself gorgeously. Look, we got reflection, confirmation. Taking time out to contemplate my past experiences gives me insights to clarify my future endeavors. Okay. We got patience. Wow. Okay. I recognize and accept that there is a bigger picture than I perceive, and everything is coming together in perfect timing. Gorgeous. And truth. Wow. Okay. I become aware of my truth when I stop and listen to my inner voice. Then I use it as a guide for my actions and my decisions. Beautiful. Beautiful. And there's one on the king here. Connection. Are you kidding me? That's kind of crazy. Okay. All of the words. We got all the words. Reflection, patience, truth, and connection. What? Okay, I find the true essence of life by embracing my connection to all living beings. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. Where goes the sun, little darling? Where goes the sun? I say, it's alright. Yes. Okay. But it just took everything out. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. That's too close. Release. Okay, so we've got all your gorgeousnesses all over the place here. Fours and twos and reflections and aces and patience and release and more reflectedness and gorgeousness. It's crazy. It's crazy. Beautiful. Okay. Keep being gorgeous. Keep connecting. Keep reflecting. and keep letting go. Love and appreciate you and hope to see you next time. Okay? Okay. Bye for now.